Well, hello out there, my friends. And, oh, no. Tell me that's not another cat avatar. What's going on here? How many cats are there? Oh, dear. You know, I feel like I got like a fur ball kind of building up in my throat, if you know what I mean. Oh, wow. Hey, it's another avatar. Another cat avatar. I'm being overrun by these felines. Oh, boy. You know what that means? It's going to happen in this video, right? I guess we won't be seeing any dogs. Well, hey, let's get started. It is, yes, another math video. They keep coming. They just never stop. Hey, we're looking at the end of the module review. Yeah. Bingo. Important. Okay. Very important. What we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and start doing some review. Let's look what the instructions say, as you very well may face this, in the near future. Hint, hint. It says we're going to express the missing divisor using a power of 10. And it says we're going to explain our reasoning using a place value model. Okay. Well, look what that really means here. When we say express the missing divisor, you can see this is what's missing, huh? The divisor right here, it's missing. But we're going to have to use a power of 10. In that sense, we're going to write the divisor as maybe 10 to the first or 10 to the second. That's what it means by a power of 10. We're going to have to explain reasoning using a place value model. So it doesn't say we have to use words, but we're going to use this place value model. So this is something that we have to do. So it's important that we go ahead and read those instructions carefully so that way we don't have any problems getting the correct answer and getting credit. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the first one here. So we're looking at this number here. This is the dividend, okay? We're dividing by some power of 10 here. And it's giving us this quotient over here. Well, let's go ahead and see what happens here. If I can take I bet this probably has something to do with what I'm going to use. It does actually. I had already made up a little ahead of time, a little place value model. And it's a really quick way to do it. I don't have to list all the areas because the different place value columns, because if we look at this, you guys probably already know that, let me get a pen. There we go. Okay. Because this would be the 10th place, this is the ones, tens, and so forth. So what we can do then, we can go ahead and put this number in here, see, and we have, look how easy this would be. You could just put that just like that. Here's our decimal, there's our decimal there. Okay, pretty simple. Now what ends up happening here is this becomes our quotient, so we can put our quotient in there as well. And as you can see, well, I think I might be missing, because we're going to the 10,000s place. This is going to be 0. This is going to be 0, 4, 2. Oh my goodness, I guess I have to just add on one more. There we go. It's like it never happened. There we go. So we'll put a 3 here. So you can see that we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. In this case, we actually have 10 thousandths. Makes it a pretty large, well, not a large, it's a very, very small place value, but it makes it seem large because we haven't gone that far over before. So I'm going to do ahead, let me see if there's a way I can get some lines, like an arrow to kind of show the shift here. Because look what's happening here. You see the 3, it got shifted to here. See that? And the 2 got shifted to there. And the 4 was shifted to here. Okay. Now, this is why when we say the digit shift. If we don't move the decimal point, then it's the digits that move, and in this case, they are. But where are they moving to? Well, if you look, you can see that the 4 is actually moved 1, 2, 3 place value, right? 1, 2, 3. So, the 2, has it moved the same? Well, the 2's moved 1, 2, 3. It's also moved 3. And then you see the 3, it's moved 1, 2, 3. They've all moved, they've all shifted 3 places to the right. Okay, so that kind of lets you know right away that, well, we're divided by a power of 10. Well, then let me go ahead and get to my pen again. So that means then it's shifted 3 times, and 3 times means 10 to the third power. So it's actually divided. Now, we showed on this demonstration here with the place value model, it shows 3 shifts to the right. Okay, the digits moved. But in essence here, if you were to look at the decimal, if we don't move the digits, then that's going to be 1, 2, 3. And there's a decimal, we'd have to put a 0 there. You can see how that is indeed our quotient. So whether you look at it as the digits shifting to the right or the decimal moving to the left, that part of it does mean the same thing. They asked us to do that place value model, so we have to show it on here. So that's the reason why I'm showing you that model. Okay, and that's pretty clear. That's 1,000. So it's being divided by 1,000, which is 10 to the third power for 1,000, and that's what it's asking us to do. I expressed the missing divisor, and now I've explained my reasoning using this place value model. Pretty simple. I don't know, wouldn't you say? I'd say this is really, really easy. So let's get another one down here so we can do this one over here. Let me get my pen. So here we have 3,356. It's divided by some kind of divisor. We don't know yet, the power of 10. But we end up with this 335.6. Now, I know many of you are looking at that and you're going, you know, Mr. Wara, I already knew what it is. And that would be really cool that you can see it right away. We're just going to go ahead and put it in here just to make it simple. Now, we don't have a decimal here, so that means that 6, okay, is going to appear right here. It's in the ones place, and that's the ones place. Now, you could always represent this, and you could put zeros here, 3,356.000. And then this number, if you look, we've got, the 6 is over here now. Okay, now we have the 5, the 3, and the 3. Okay, so again, you know, we can look at this. How did they shift? Well, look at there's the 6 right there. There's the 5. You can see the shift happening there. Where do the digits move to? Okay, the digits shifted again 1 time to the right, or shifted to the right. But in this case, you can see it's only 1 time. You look at this carefully, you can see that. The 6 is moved from the 1s to the 10ths. The 5's moved from the 10s to the 1s. So that all the digits have shifted 1 time to the right. Therefore, you could say that it's being divided by 10. Now, 10 to the first power is 10. So we would just put 10. There's no other way to represent that. So, and if you look at our number, what happened? The decimal moved 1 place to the left, or the digits moved 1 place to the right, means the same thing. We're not moving both of them at the same time. And there's the decimal. You can see how the quotient had moved to the left. Okay, so that pretty straightforward. I don't know. And yeah, I think I like that. And let me see here. Oh, I am sensing something. Wow, look at that. Man, he just came out of nowhere, didn't he? Yeah. All right, very scary, Mr. War, like you've done that like a million times. Okay, so let's go to the next page here. Oh, here we go again. The black cat walking down your path. Uh-oh. So we'll put him right over here, kind of out of the way. We'll shrink him really small. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Continuing on here, we're going to estimate. This is estimate the quotient by rounding, okay, the equation to relate to a 1-digit fact. Okay. And then it says explain your thinking in the space below. Okay, so we're going to basically then bring this down to a 1-digit fact. Okay, we're going to estimate the quotient, which is the blank we have here, by rounding the equation to relate to a 1-digit fact. Okay, let me get my pen, and let's go ahead and get this one too here. There we go. And let's get red. Okay, so here, well, look at this. It says we need to relate the equation to one-digit fact. Well, when I look at this and I think about estimating, I'm thinking here that this number is really, really close to, well, we used to always, let's round the divisor. That's what we've always done first, so let's do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and round that. I could round that to 80, 70. What do I want to do? Let's go 80, okay? I could go 72. So now what I'm looking for is that kind of one-digit fact here, and I can see 47, like 48. Well, 48 would work. See, so I'm putting my 48 because 48 divided by 8, I can get that. 8 times something will give me the 48. So then I'm just going to add on my 0 here because remember we have 3 digits here. So now I suddenly have this easy compatible numbers or rounded numbers. They're estimated. So now I can say that this then, and I don't even actually mean my equivalent signs. Let me get my eraser. It's going to actually, for this problem here, it's actually going to equal. So get my pen back. And so this is actually going to equal, if you think about it, just 48, okay, divided by 8, which is going to equal 6, okay? Do you see how we determine that? So rounded, if you want to think of it this way, so rounded would be about 6. So let's go ahead because we're told that we have to actually explain your thinking. And explain means I have to do more than just this here. So I'm going to say that we started off by just saying that 76 is close, okay, to 80. We'll say 8 tens. We'll write it this way. So the nearest, and I like this word multiple. I don't know if I've actually defined that in class, but multiple is like, when you're skip counting. So the reason why I like using the 8 tens here, because the nearest multiple of 8, see, that's like like 48 tens. Okay, when you look up here, see that? So, and then so basically, so 48 divided by 6. Oh, I got to reverse. Sorry, by 8 equals 6. Okay, does that make sense? 76 is really close to 8 tens. The nearest multiple of 8 in this number is like 48 tens. We saw that, and so that's why 48 divided by 8 equals 6. Okay, now let's move on to this one here. We've got a little bit more challenging one here. It looks like we've got 1,378 divided by 710, and they're asking us for the rounded. So in this case, it's a little bit larger, but it's still kind of the same. We're going to go ahead and just round this number first. So now with a number this large, we're going to round it again to try to get that simple, what they call that one-digit fact. So here, I'm just looking at that. It just has to be 700 because that's so close to 700. And now it's a matter of finding that one-digit fact. Well, when we look at that, we're obviously not looking at just the one. We're going to be looking at the first 2 digits. And indeed, that's 1,300. But you can see that 14 would be a good choice because that will bring us down to that one-digit fact, and then we would have to put on our 2 zeros, okay, to keep the value of the entire number, 1,400. You can see how that rounds really, really nice, and 14 rounds nice too. So it'd be easy to break this down because basically now what we have here is we had this divided by 1,400 divided by 700, but now it's the basic facts. The simple fact, as they call it, or the one-digit fact, is just going to be 2. See, and that's what we've done. We've estimated to give us a pretty good pretty good answer. So again, we can look at this number here, and I'm going to just say that, 700, we have to explain the reason. 10 is so close, okay? It's close to 700. Again, the nearest multiple, kind of sloppy. Ooh, I better slow down. That one, what we looked at, and this is going to be a multiple of 700. Okay, it's a large number. That is close to, and then this one number that we got, that 2 is 1,378, is 14 hundredths. Okay, so obviously, so then the same thing. So obviously, 14 divided by 7 equals 2. Okay, I hope that works for you. It definitely works for me. Now, let's see what we have here. Whoa-wee. Wow, man. Let's just put you back down to size. That's a shrink and grow. Ooh, he did grow and then he shrank. Okay, and oh, I get it. It's a caterpillar. Yeah, har. Okay, whatever. Oh, by the way, that was nothing. Okay? Ignore that. Don't think that that's something. No, that was to with that. Okay? And thinking that was like the code word. It's not. This guy, can I kind of like do something with him? Like maybe, yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping. Like make him really, really small. There we go. Get him out of the way. All right, let's look at this problem. What do we have here? We have, it says generate. Oh, see, I can see people getting stuck there. Just generate. Generate means like to create, to make. Okay, so think of that. I would say create. When you generate, you produce something to. Generate and solve another division problem with the same quotient and remainder as the two problems below. Okay. Explain your strategy for creating the new problem. Okay. I'm looking at these and I'm seeing that, okay, yeah, the quotient's the same. Okay. And the remainder's the same. And that's what they were saying, that, I have to create another one. Oh, I have to create it and I have to solve it. That has the same quotient, the same remainder, like these two. Okay. And explain your strategy for creating the new problem. Okay, I could surely see people getting stuck on this one. And so I'm going to say that how can we get a division problem that's going to have that same, well, this is what I'm thinking first. You see, when you have the quotient and the divisor here, we know that one thing is that it's being multiplied. So if we take the 4 times the 23, well, it's already written here, that's the 92. And then when you take that 92, you guys know when you add the remainder, the 92 plus that 11, that it's supposed to bring us back to our dividend. Okay, same thing here. The 14 times the 4, okay, gave us the 56 here. Now, we had a remainder of 11, but if we were to multiply those two, add the 11, it should bring us back to here. So it seems to me that if we were to do a division problem, we could basically kind of do the same thing. What I can do is I can multiply. So I'm just going to put up here at the top as part of my, because it doesn't say explain your strategy. So I'm just going to say, first of all, to check, okay, division, because this is what we were doing right now. I think this is important to have this down. Okay, I can multiply. I'm going to write a little bit slower this time so it doesn't get too messy. Multiply the answer. Okay, and the divisor. And this will do that. It gave us that answer. But then we have to add remainder. Okay, then add the remainder. Notice sounding out words makes it so much easier to spell. So, great strategy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that quotient then of 4, and it says that I have to multiply it with the divisor. Well, I don't have the divisor, and if you notice, these divisors are different. I just have to make sure that I have the same remainder. Well, I can come up with any one I want. What do I feel like as my divisor? Oh, let's choose 38. Okay, so now if I multiply that, you can see I get 32 there, and then I have 12, so I have 152. So this is going to be my divisor, this is going to be my quotient. So when I start to set this up, now 4 is going to come up here, 38 is going to be my divisor. So whatever dividend I have, when I divide, okay, when I take that number and divide it by 38, I'm going to get 4, okay? So we'll put the 4 up there. So, and I'm going to have a remainder of 11. So what I can do is, I can say, well, I'm going to go ahead and, let me go ahead and add 311, because I need to have a remainder. The 4 times 38 gives you exactly 152. So in order to get a remainder of 11, I need to add 11 onto that number and get 163. So what, right inside here, I'm going to go ahead and put 163. See what I did? So now, when you look at it, my 38 times 4. So let's go see and solve this if this is true. So, well, 38 times 4, we already know what that is. That's 152. I'm going to put my 152 right there. Okay? Now, something that you need to realize is that we're really doing something in reverse. This is just reverse, that's all. Okay? And now if I subtract that, look what I end up getting. Remainder 11. Just like these other problems. So I found one more problem with the same quotient, same remainder. Okay? Now, of course, the divisor is different. And I did it basically like this, by doing it in reverse. So the last part that I would say here in my sample, since this is my general, I'm going to go ahead and answer it this way. So I multiplied, because this is what I did, and I need to make sure I explain my reasoning if it asks me to explain your strategy. So I multiplied, in my case, 4 times my number, which was 38. That's what I chose. Okay, which was 38, and I got 152. Okay, so basically then, and that means and then I added 11. Okay, so my dividend must be sloppy. All right, let's make that a little bit cleaner. Clean it up. Dividend must be, in this case, 163. Hey, did all that make sense? I surely hope so. Okay, pretty important stuff. Now, I think this pretty much comes to a close. Pretty quick video. And again, nice thing is you can review these at any time. Okay? Now, I do believe I have to add something else on here. What did I even give you last week? I think I'm going to give you this. My friend Ted. Good old Ted. All right. So, live long and prosper, my friends.